Hey, thanks so much for grabbing your free copy of my 6 Simple Tips report. It'll be in your inbox right after this short video. I wanted to tell you about a cool new product that I've created that can help set you apart from the pack when you're meeting with potential clients. It sort of builds on the free report you just requested, and while I know you've not read it yet, there's 2 tips in there that I just wanted to expand on for a minute here. And I know for a fact that these 2 tips were some of the most important things I did for my business, and they directly contributed to me earning repeat business and a lot more money. Tip number 1, help me help you. Tip number 2, I call that winner winner. So about 10 years ago, it dawned on me that I'd stumbled across something really big. It was 2006-ish, and I was on the phone with another potential client about their upcoming corporate event. It was their annual employee appreciation party, which was a 2-hour company picnic. And they had a few prizes, and they would draw raffle tickets to give all the prizes away. And they had only recently tried to step things up a bit by having a DJ. They contacted me because the DJ they previously used, as they politely said, was not very good. So fortunately, they realized that the $300 that they had paid him might have been part of the problem, and so this year they were planning to up the budget to $500. And even though I knew I would be charging more than that, I just scheduled a time for us to meet and chat for a little bit. At the meeting, I had the general manager and the head of the party planning committee with me. And they started talking about songs and where I could set up and things that they usually talk to the DJ about. And the more we talked, the more I found out about their previous parties, and it was easy to see why they were always so boring. And they had assigned an employee to plan the first one, and that person suggested having some door prizes. And then year after year, they pretty much did the same thing. And they fell into the old, that's the way we've always done it trap. But then I asked them a question that turned everything around. I asked, what if I could show you a way to make this year's party the most fun picnic you have ever had? Well, they stopped and they kind of looked at each other and they looked back at me with that deer in the headlights look, as if they'd never even considered that as an option. So I went on to explain to them about how having prizes is a really good thing, but that by incorporating some games and some interactive elements, we could accomplish a few hidden benefits. Number 1, people would be moving, and movement creates excitement and emotion. It causes people to react and to respond and to laugh and actually talk with each other, because so often company events are just the same groups of people at work grouping back up at the party and having what amounts to an extended work week with refreshments. Number 2, it encourages a little competition, and bragging rights, well, that's just fun. And it gives people something to talk about long after the party's over. And number 3, it gives you a way to provide instant gratification. I told them in less than 5 minutes I could play a game that includes everyone right at their seats. And it's guaranteed to make them all laugh, it'll have a surprise element, and there will be an instant winner at every single table. Well, needless to say, I had their attention at this point. They began to smile and started asking me different questions like, well, how many prizes should we have? And what kinds of things should we give away? And can we do some team games? I could tell that they were really beginning to realize this was going to be a game changer for their company picnic. So I asked if it sounded like what they wanted, and they both gave me an enthusiastic yes. And then I told them my fee, $1,500, and I asked if they would like me to set up a contract to lock it in. Well, the GM paused for a moment and said, sure, can you send me an invoice so I can cut you a check? Now, keep this in mind. These events were always on a Sunday and always only 2 to 3 hours around lunchtime, and they had never paid a DJ more than $300 before. Well, since that day, I've made at least $15,000 from that one client alone, and it was all because of those 2 tips. 1, I volunteered to help them plan the event, help me, help you. And number 2, I always have a great list of games and interactive activities. Winner, winner. Over the years, my DJ partner and I have been hired a lot of times just because of that type of approach, because I take the time to meet with them and I help them see a new vision for their event. And this gives us the ability to deliver an amazingly fun and memorable event. And I'm not just talking about corporate parties either. This approach has been helpful for fundraisers, for charity fundraisers, backyard parties, and weddings too. And before you start thinking, oh, games are cheesy or that won't work, let me share this with you real quick. This can be done in an extremely professional and fun way, and it absolutely will work. It's never about trying to steal the show or trying to be the center of attention. Instead, it's about shining the spotlight on your guest and creating an environment that's just comfortable and tons of fun for everybody. Now, here's where the new product part comes in that I was telling you about earlier. Over the years, I've written down a lot of these games that I've used. Games, some that I've made up, learned from other DJs, or even things I've seen on TV, like those shows, Minute to Win It, or Hollywood Game Night, or some of those types of games. I put together a great list of over 100 different games that you can keep in your DJ toolbox. I call it my Ultimate DJ Games List. And the next time you're meeting with a potential client, you can use some of these games during your planning session to talk and to show them how you're more than just the guy that plays music. This can help them understand why you're worth paying a lot more than the other guys as well. And you can be ready the next time a client kind of surprises you and says, hey, we just decided to give away some prizes. Can you do that? So also, clients are going to be raving about how much fun they've had at the party, and this may very well lead to some repeat business for you. There's even a tip in here about how to make sure that everybody has your phone number before they leave without you needing to give away one single business card. So keep it handy or on your computer, or even print it out, keep it in a binder for quick reference like this. Let me tell you a little bit about what's inside here. There's a huge list complete with explanations, with instructions, so you'll know exactly what to do, what props you need, if any. This includes 80 game show games, 55 newlywed trivia questions, 60 family feud type questions, 39 scavenger hunt items with music suggestions, bumper music suggestions for each, 37 interactive games, plus a lot of holiday party specific games and holiday trivia questions that you can use at your very next holiday party, no props required, and a lot more. Now, I know you could probably create this on your own, but it's going to take a lot of time, and you're going to have to type everything up and do some research and all that. So, to make it easy, you can just order your copy of the Ultimate DJ Games List and get an instant download right here. The price is going to be $59, but for right now, it's only $39. It's my holiday sale. And if you do buy this during this limited time offer, I'm going to include another free report for you called How to Use Games at Weddings. And in this report, you'll get 10 other wedding-specific games. And I'll show you a step-by-step plan on how to take just 3 of those activities and use them together to get everyone involved at the wedding, so nobody just feels like a spectator. And each of these activities will build on or call back to the previous one, so it'll kind of connect everything throughout the event. Now, here's an important part. I want you to get this and try this over the next couple of weekends. If you don't think you can use this to up your game and to make more money, just let me know. I'll refund all your money. I don't ever want to sell anything to somebody that doesn't provide tremendous value for you. So, if you're ready to stand out from the pack and have a much easier time closing those higher price contracts, if you want to have an amazing list of games and interactive activities ready to go at a moment's notice, if you want your clients to be raving about your service and calling you back, well, just click the Get Instant Access button on this page and I'll send it over to you right away. You've got nothing whatsoever to lose. See you soon. Oh, hey, Merry Christmas. And click the button. It's $39.